Bringing you the benefit. Today we're going to be talking about the new Cyberse ritual cards that are coming up of Cybernetic Horizon. In fact, we're going to be talking about the cover card. And might I say that he looks actually pretty cool. His artwork looks really nice as a card, and his stats overall are just very good. We have a lot to talk about here. We have 2 cards I'm going to be talking about tomorrow, and 2 more cards we're going to be talking about them on Friday. So let's just jump right into it. So the first card we have here is Cyberse Magician. He's a level 7 Dark Cyberse Ritual Effect monster with 2500 attack and 2000 defense, and you can ritual summon this card with Signet Ritual. We'll talk about that card in a second. The first effect is half all damage you would take. So that's, I guess, a pretty interesting effect, having all battle damage, or having, no, it's not all battle damage, it's all damage that you take in general. I guess this could work in certain situations. For example, if you're facing against Trickstars, at least, the burn variant at least, you will only take half the damage from cards that you control or activate, which is pretty good. I'm not sure how useful this effect will be overall, but just having some sort of protection from your thing like that is all right. So it's pretty cool. The second effect is if you control a Link monster, your opponent cannot target your monsters for an attack or a card effect except this one. That's not a very good effect though. It's very odd to see an effect like this, especially in 2018, and especially on a monster that is fairly difficult to summon. That being said, if you do pull it off, I mean, it's 2500 attack is not the easiest thing to get over, so I guess I can give it a pass on that one. The third effect is when this card battles a Link monster, it gains 1000 attack during the damage calculations only, unless you're Borlo Dragon, and then Borlo Dragon just says, ha, I can just take your monster anyway, so this effect is not really that worth it. But 3500 attack is still pretty good. I guess in the grand scheme of things, like if you're going to take out a fully powered Decode Doctor, this will definitely do that. But I don't understand how. I'm not sure if this is going to be very useful. The fourth effect is if this card in its own possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can add 1 Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. You can search any Cyberse monster that is currently available in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's pretty cool, but I don't think you should summon this card strictly for that effect though. Honestly, this card is pretty underwhelming, but I do like the card as far as artwork is concerned. So it's definitely cool. Definitely cool indeed. And we're going to talk about the ritual card. This is Signet Ritual spell, like I said. And you can ritual summon this card using Cyberse ritual monsters, or you can ritual summon any Cyberse ritual monsters. So at some point, perhaps we're going to receive more Cyberse ritual monsters. The first effect is to summon 1 Cyberse ritual monster from your hand by triggering monsters you control or have in your hand whose levels equal or exceeds the level of the monster you ritual summon, which is good. It's kind of the same stuff that we have for the Demise stuff, so it's pretty good that you're able to exceed the level of the monster that you're trying to summon with. And the second effect, the thing that kind of separates it from the other ritual spells, is during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card to send, and 1 ritual monster in your graveyard to special summon 2 Signet tokens. Cyberse Light, level 4, 0 attack, 0 defense, and defense position. The reason why this card is not very good is because you gotta banish 2 cards, 1 ritual monster and this card, in order for this effect to even be good, and you're not really getting anything from it, except for maybe some Link fodder. Or perhaps, I guess, in some certain slim situations, you're getting the access to ritual summon again if you have another Signet ritual in your hand. But for the most part, I don't think it's very good of a card altogether. Though this card might actually see some play if we get some better Cyberse ritual monsters, but we will definitely have to wait and see on that one. And the last card that we're going to be talking about today is Cyberse Witch. She's a Link 2 Dark Cyberse Link effect monster with 800 attack, and the links are bottom left, and bottom. And the materials are 2 Cyberse monsters. And you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. The first effect is if a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, you can banish 1 spell card from your graveyard and add 1 Cyberse ritual monster plus 1 Signet ritual from your deck to your hand. So just an easy way to cheese out your opponent, your ritual field spell, your ritual spell, and your ritual monster. It's not terrible, especially if you get more ritual monsters. This card will definitely be more useful. But right now, the only target that we have is Cyberse Magician. And I don't think he's particularly that good. But who knows? We will definitely see how the ritual side of this this type works, but who knows. And the second effect is during your main phase. If you activated this card's first effect during this turn, you could target one level 4 lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard and special summon it. There are quite a number of cards that this is very good with. You can summon like Linknet, or not Linknet, whatever, like Draconet. You can special summon Bitron and stuff like that. I'm thinking very thinly because I'm not very involved with the Cyberse archetype stuff. So, but I think it's a very good card that if you use the first effect for it, you get to just get me some more additional plus off of it. To see Cyberse to go into a different direction, I know Cyberse is a type and not an archetype specifically. It's still weird to see them going into a different direction than what they're supposed to, which is just to be a link deck, kind of just like one of those beginner link decks that's pretty good, but it could be better, all that stuff. But anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Chitone Alliance signing out.